Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one, so today it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the... So this electric bike is my first ever foray into the world of electric rides, and I picked it mostly because it sits in a sweet spot for price and weight. I needed something I could actually drop in the trunk and not wrestle with every time I park. I did watch Scott Hardisty's video review, which helped me decide to try this one. TLDR for me is that it's pretty good for on-road use, with a few quirks that you learn to work around. The wheel size setting in the menu is off by quite a bit. It claims 22 inches, but the actual wheel is smaller, which throws off the speedometer and odometer. There isn't a good way to manually fix that in the current setup, and GoTrack support didn't give me a slam dunk fix. It's annoying because you're not getting accurate numbers, and you hope the support team comes up with a real solution instead of a face-saving line. A special note from another reviewer about the display turning on for a second, and then dying is real here too. And it can be because the key on the battery isn't fully turned to the on position. The key sits in a spot that's a little awkward to gauge by feel, so you might miss the cue. 3:30:24 update, I kept riding to learn more. With pedal assist off, I can hit around 10 miles per hour before the bike starts to feel like it's fighting me to go faster. That's the limit of having a single gear, and I mostly turn on pedal assist when I'm climbing. It still gives you a good workout if you want to pedal, but you're not going to sweat buckets. The battery isn't huge, but if you blend pedaling with pedal assist and occasional throttle, you can stretch the miles out fairly nicely. Yes, I did reach out to GoTrack about the wheel size, and I don't entirely buy their explanation about why the data is locked and cannot be adjusted. It's frustrating, and I'm left wondering if a hidden key combo might exist somewhere. They told me not to change the data, which feels like a band-aid on a larger issue. Unboxing and assembly were decent. The packing was thorough, though removing all the zip ties took longer than I expected. Getting the front wheel on and the front disc brakes adjusted required some fiddling, and I'd never worked with disc brakes before. The instructions don't cover brake caliper tweaks, but I managed to get the rotor from rubbing with a bit of patience. Everything else went smoothly enough, and I did it mostly solo, though a second pair of hands would have helped at times. On the road, this electric bike feels bigger in person than I pictured, and the color LCD is a nice upgrade, readable in bright sun, and the headlight and brake light remain active together, which is handy. Folding it up is a little tricky, and it's inevitable you'll mark the frame a bit in the process. I'd love to see a folding lock or catch, but I'll take the portability for what it is. If you're hunting for value and something you can own in the real world, this is worth a look. It isn't perfect, but the ride is solid enough for daily commuting and light errands, especially if you accept the quirks and keep your expectations aligned with the realities of its wheel sizing, folding, and display quirks. The warranty and support that I've seen in practice are a big bonus, even if the initial wheel size issue is a thorn in the side.